Broadcasting live from the Albay PIO News Center, providing you the most exclusive news update from all over the province. This is News at 12. In the local scene, the provincial government of Albay is working to accelerate the construction of a new PIO Memorial District Hospital in Barangay Karatagan. The move follows flooding at the original hospital in Barangay 2, Poblacion, caused by the recent southwest monsoon. Albay Governor Noel Ebriga Ruzal said the flooding highlights the need to enhance primary healthcare services in geographically isolated and disadvantaged areas. The original hospital is said to be relocated to a new site in Karatagan due to these flooding issues. Governor Rizal emphasized that this development aims to improve healthcare quality and outcomes for underserved coastal communities. He also reaffirmed his commitment to upgrading the healthcare system and workforce as a key priority of his administration. In other story, the Albay Provincial Agricultural Office shared expertise in sustainable agriculture, particularly stingless bee farming, with delegates from the provincial government of Eastern Samar. The Eastern Samar delegation visited the bee farm within the AFB Vale on June 28, where Roberto Diesta and Jones Encinas of Apao lectured on stingless bee care and honey production. Delegates observed the bee closely and sampled the stingless bee honey, gaining first-hand experience. The activity aimed to promote sustainable livelihood practices adaptable to other provinces like Eastern Samar to strengthen their agricultural sectors. Apao noted that Eastern Samar chose Albay as their learning destination for the provincial agriculture and fisheries extension systems. In the national scene, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. instructed the Department of Public Works and Highways to submit a list of flood control projects built since 2022. During his fourth State of the Nation's address, he mentioned inspecting flood-affected areas and finding some projects substandard or collapsed. The initiative also aims to stop corruption by ordering an audit and performance review of all flood control projects. In other story, the Department of Social Welfare and Development is providing immediate food aid to families affected by recent weather disturbances. Gatchalian reported that DSWD has distributed nearly 830,000 food packs and aims to reach 1.5 million soon. The agency is also identifying families eligible for financial assistance to aid recovery. According to the latest disaster response report, over 1.9 million households are affected, with more than 31,000 families still in evacuation centers. In other news, President Ferdinand Marcos Jr. on Monday cited the crucial role that the new technologies play in early disaster forecasting. These technologies, Marcos said, include the Doppler radar, broadband seismic stations, and landslide sensor systems being used by the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration and the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology across the country. The government has always been determined when it comes to monitoring hazard threats, especially amid climate change, Marcos said. He cited the Department of Science and Technology's mobile command and control vehicles as among the effective tools in rescue efforts. Meanwhile, Marcos asked for the public's cooperation in times of calamities. And in the news outside the country, Thailand agreed in principle to a ceasefire with Cambodia following a call between acting Prime Minister Phum Thom Chai and U.S. President Donald Trump, according to the Thai Foreign Ministry. Phum Thom thanked Trump for his concern about the conflict, which erupted earlier this week, and emphasized Thailand's support for a ceasefire while seeking sincere intentions from Cambodia. He urged Trump to communicate Thailand's request to Cambodia for immediate talks to establish mechanisms for a ceasefire and a peaceful resolution. Trump stated that Cambodia and Thailand has agreed to begin ceasefire negotiations promptly after 3 days of deadly clashes. And finally, in the news outside the country, 8 trucks had begun entering the Gaza Strip from Egypt on Sunday, as Israel announced a tactical pause in parts of the devastated territory to allow deliveries. Egyptian state-linked media had earlier confirmed the movement of convoys, sharing footage of trucks and the border area. Trucks crossing the Rafah border, however, cannot enter Gaza directly, as the Palestinian side of the crossing was seized by the Israeli military last year and has been badly damaged. They must detour a few kilometers to the nearby Kerem Shalom crossing, which is controlled by Israel. On Saturday, Gaza's Civil Defense Agency said over 50 Palestinians were killed in Israeli strikes and shootings, including some waiting for aid. And that's all for the news at 12, July 29, 2025. We'll be back tomorrow for more news updates. And thanks to our news writer, Erica Dumlao and LJ Lurejo. And on the technical side, Chad Bodis. Of course, our Provincial Information Officer, Walter Magdato. And under the supervision of our Governor, Noel E. Rizal, I am Greg Hallare. Thank you for subscribing.